Everyone says the same thing about Audi. Great car until the warranty runs out. And honestly, for most Audis, that's true. But mechanics who work on these cars every single day will tell you something different. A small handful of Audi models are actually built to survive after the factory coverage disappears. Today we're ranking the 7 Audi models that independent shops, not dealerships, actually recommend buying used once that 60,000-mile warranty clock runs out. These aren't the flashiest Audis. They're the ones sitting in driveways at 120,000 miles, still running strong, while their cousins are stuck on a tow truck. Let's start with number 7. Number 7. Audi A8 D5, 2018 to present. Yes, a full-size luxury flagship makes this list, and mechanics will tell you why. The A8 D5 earns its spot for one reason: engineering depth. Under the skin is air suspension, an all-aluminum body, and a 3.0-liter turbocharged V6 made it to mild hybrid tech that's proven remarkably solid compared to the V8 in the outgoing D4. The catch, and it's a big one, is that repairs here are not cheap. Average annual repair costs on a D5 A8 run $1,200 to $1,800 once out of warranty. The known failure point mechanics flag is the air suspension compressor in struts, which typically starts showing symptoms between 70 and 90,000 miles, with replacement running $1,500 to $2,200 per corner. Still, mechanics recommend it because when the electronics and suspension are maintained, the drivetrain itself is close to bulletproof. Some owners are pushing past 150,000 miles on the original engine and transmission. The trim to target is the 55 TFSI Quattro, avoiding the plug-in hybrid variant, which introduces additional failure points in the battery cooling system. Buy this one only if you're financially prepared for luxury flagship repair bills. But if you are, it's one of the most complete Audis ever built. Number 6. Audi TT RS 8S 2018 to present. Sports cars don't usually make buy-after-warranty lists, but the TT RS breaks the pattern. It shares its 2.5-liter turbocharged 5-cylinder engine with the RS3, an engine mechanics consistently point to as one of Audi's most overbuilt units, forged internals and all. Independent shops report the 5-cylinder routinely clears 100,000 miles with nothing beyond standard maintenance. No oil consumption, no timing chain drama, none of the issues that plague the older 4-cylinder TFSI engines. Annual repair costs land around $850 to $1,000, reasonable for a car making nearly 400 horsepower. The one item mechanics do watch closely is the magnetic ride suspension, which can develop damper leaks starting around 80,000 miles, with replacement running $600 to $900 per corner. Because it's a low-production halo model, parts availability can stretch repair timelines, so factor that in. But mechanically, this is one of the most trustworthy performance cars Audi has ever sold, and used prices on 2018 to 2019 models have dropped enough that it's now realistic used car money for a genuinely special engine. Number 5. Audi Q7 2020 Plus facelift. The first generation Q7 earned Audi's USVs a rough reputation. Chain tensioners, timing chain guides, and the 3.0T supercharged engine's known issues. The facelifted second generation Q7, launched for 2020, fixed nearly all of it. Mechanics specifically point to the 2020 plus model years, because that's when Audi dropped the supercharged 6 for a simpler, more reliable turbocharged 3.0 TFSI paired with a 48-volt mild hybrid system that reduces strain on the starter and alternator. Annual repair costs on these newer Q7s run close to $700 to $900, notably lower than the first-generation trucks. The most common post-warranty item is the air suspension compressor, again showing symptoms around 75,000 to 90,000 miles, with repairs averaging $1,000 to $1,400. Stick with the Premium Plus or Prestige trim with the 3.0T engine and avoid diesel variants entirely if you're in the US, since parts support for Audi's discontinued TDI lineup has become inconsistent. For a 3-row luxury USV that can comfortably clear 150,000 miles, this is the one shops steer families towards. Number 4. Audi Q3 F3 2019 to present. The Q3 doesn't get much YouTube attention, but mechanics like it because it's simple. It rides on the same MQB platform underpinning the Volkswagen Tiguan and Golf R, meaning parts are shared with some of the most mass-produced cars on the road, which keeps repair costs down and parts easy to source. Reliability data puts the F3 Q3 at a roughly 3.0 out of 5.0 score, average for the segment, but with far lower repair severity than larger Audis. The 2.0-liter turbocharged four-cylinder is essentially the same engine found in the A4 B9, meaning the oil consumption issues from the older engine generation have been resolved. The most common complaint after 60,000 miles is the panoramic sunroof drain tubes clogging, leading to water intrusion. An easy, cheap fix if caught early, but an expensive interior repair if ignored. Sunroof drain servicing runs $150 to $300 versus $2,000 plus in water damage repair if neglected. Target a 2020 or newer Premium Plus Quattro for the best combination of reliability and features. It's not glamorous, but it's the Audi mechanics call no surprises. Number 3. Audi A6 C8 2019 to present. The C8 generation A6 marked a real turning point for Audi's mid-size sedan. Mechanics who've worked on both the outgoing C7 and the new C8 consistently say the C8 feels more sorted, largely because of the 48-volt mild hybrid system that reduces load on the accessory belt and starter, two chronic C7 failure points. The known issue to watch on the C8 is the starter generator unit, which some owners report failing prematurely, though many preemptively replace it around 60 to 70,000 miles as insurance. Starter generator replacement runs $1,200 to $1,800. Outside of that, the 3.0-liter turbocharged V6 in the 55 TFSI Quattro has proven remarkably solid, with independent shops reporting minimal engine-related complaints through 100,000 miles. Annual repair costs average around $800 to $1,000 post-warranty. The trim mechanics point buyers towards is the Premium Plus 55 TFSI Quattro, which balances performance with fewer optional electronic systems that can become expensive to fix later. If you want a genuine luxury sedan that doesn't fall apart the day the warranty expires, this is near the top of the list. Number 2. Audi Q5 FY 2018 to present. The second generation Q5, internally called the FY, is a night and day improvement over the first generation trucks from 2009 to 2017. Where the first gen Q5 was notorious for oil consumption problems that could cost $5,000 to $8,000 in piston ring replacements, the FY generation switched to a cleaner running turbocharged four-cylinder that resolved the issue almost entirely. Data tracking repair costs by generation shows the newer FY Q5 averaging roughly $1,156 a year in repairs, compared to nearly $1,489 a year for the older first-generation trucks, a meaningful gap once you're paying out of pocket. Mechanics do flag one recurring item, the power steering system, which has triggered warning messages and occasional failures on 2018 to 2021 models, particularly in cold weather. Still, that's minor compared to what plagued the earlier Q5. The sweet spot mechanics recommend is a 2019 or 2021 model year with the 2.0 T Quattro, both of which show up repeatedly in owner forums with minimal issues past 80,000 miles. It's Audi's best-selling USV for a reason, and this generation finally earned that reputation. Number 1. Audi A4 B9 2017 to present. If mechanics had to pick one Audi to recommend buying the day the warranty expires, it's the B9 generation A4. This generation introduced the third-generation engine that finally solved the two problems that made the earlier B8 Audi infamous: excessive oil consumption from bad piston rings and premature timing chain tensioner failure. Independent data puts the B9 A4's reliability rating at 3.5 out of 5.0, above average for the luxury midsize class, with average annual repair costs of just $739, the lowest of any model on this list. The probability of a repair turning into something severe sits at only 13%, and owner forums are full of B9 A4s crossing 100,000 and even 150,000 miles with nothing beyond the water pump, motor mounts, and routine maintenance. The one item worth watching preventatively is the PCV valve, which mechanics recommend replacing around 50 to 60,000 miles before it fails and potentially damages a seal. That's a roughly $700 job done proactively. Cheap insurance against a much bigger repair. The trim to target is a 2017 or 2018 Premium Plus Quattro with the 2.0 T Quattro, giving you the most well-sorted version of the platform before Audi introduced additional electronics in later model years. If you're buying an out-of-warranty Audi and want the least drama possible, this is the one mechanics keep coming back to. So that's the list. 7 Audis that mechanics actually trust once the factory warranty expires. Notice the pattern. Every model here got better with its modally buy. Drop your pick in the comments, and if you want the next video ranking the Audis to avoid instead, hit subscribe so you don't miss it.